We are now at lesson number 13, and I kind of warned you that now things were going to start coming more quickly. Okay, now that you have learned a little bit about movement and animation, here comes your next part of your summative projects. Okay, so pass out the worksheet. Once you have this, make sure you put your name up here and put your hour and letter A or B, whichever one it is. Okay. Now, this one is similar to the project you've just completed, but here's what's different. Now you have some animation. So I want to give you a checklist of things because it's a little different than last time. Now you are certainly welcome to use kind of the structure of what you did last time because a lot of the components are the same. But will you kind of come over here and maybe chop it off, put a little line right here. Hopefully you can draw straighter than me. And here are the components that I want to make sure you will include. All right, first, this time you have to have 3 sprites. I don't care what you use for your background. It can be plain white, a color, it can be a sprite. But your rubric, I'm going to look for 3 or more sprites this time. You need 3 or more, so maybe I should write it this way, 3 or plus sprite properties. Let's get that written down and then we'll talk about what that means. Properties. Sorry, that's a little messy and smushed. So these are things like .x, .y. You use those if you move. Rotation is one. Then you have width, you have height, you have scale, you have, I don't know if I said tint and alpha. All of those are possibilities. Okay, I need to see at least 3 sprite properties. Try to spread those out across more than one sprite. All right. Okay, next, you do still need text, but at least 1 line of text. Last time you had to have 2, at least. This one, at least 1 or more. So I'll put a plus sign. 1 line of text. Your text has to have at least 2 properties. And remember, those are things like color, text size, text font, those kinds of things. Okay? 3 plus sprites, 3 text properties, a line of text, 2 text properties, and then I think the only other thing is movement. Okay? You have to have 1 movement that includes a random number. Okay, so I'm going to say random. So this would be a bounce, a shake, a dance kind of a thing. And then 1 movement that is utilizing math. They call this the counter pattern. So why don't you just write math on there for now? Okay. So you need something that's going to smoothly move forward or backward, up or down, or spin in some way in a smooth movement using addition or subtraction. And then you need some kind of random movement, which is going to be a little more of this like bouncy, shaky type of thing. Now I want to make sure I've got them all. 3 sprites, 3 properties, text with color and size, so that's the 2 properties, and then 1 random number movement, 1 counter pattern, which means math movement. Okay, now you can go and create something totally new. You can use something similar to what you had before, but then incorporate movement into it. So as you are thinking about it, you are going to sketch out what you think your scene is going to look like. And then as you look through the worksheet, think about, all right, what kind of sprites am I going to need? Am I going to use ones I used before? And then what kind of properties and what kind of movement specifically. So this box here is for your animations or movement. Okay. Now, once you have that all written down, there are 2 other things that are going to happen today. You're going to spend the majority of the time either finishing up missing work from lessons 11 and 12, and then working on this and planning out your scene, because I'm not opening up this lesson just yet. But I also want you to take a look at the projects, and in a little bit you're going to see a slideshow. And down here, underneath this, what was the most challenging? As the slideshow is presented to you, each one is numbered. I would like you to kind of jot down which numbers you like the best, okay? And you're going to have to narrow it down to the top 3. So I'm going to ask that the slideshow be played through twice, and then you pick your top 3, and then answer that on the form in Schoology that you will see. All right? The other thing that I want you to do is there's a 5-question quick quiz in Schoology as well. So your job today is 1, watch the slideshow so that you can go through and select your top 3 for your class. Second is do the Schoology quick quiz, finish any missing work, and then work on planning your next project. I will open up lesson 13 next time, and you can start programming. Good luck, and as always, happy coding.